All right, what's going on? Trey Daubert here, DonVendettaSportsMedia.com. This is the last fantasy hockey video, other than the fact that I plan on doing a couple mock drafts right before the season. Anyway, today we're going to be doing the OnlyFans list for the forwards. Got a bunch of names to go over, so let's get right into it. And again, the rules behind the OnlyFans list is we can use them if they're ranked outside the top 100. So we're looking for steals that can win you your league. First one here for the forwards. Drake Batherson. Absolutely. We're going to go Drake Batherson. So this is a guy that just produces. Not an overly sexy name. He's been in the league for a while, but hey, man, he just puts up points and he just does his job and he's on the power play. Like, maybe it's not an overly sexy pick, but nearly 70 points in a fully 82 games last year. He's hovering around that 60-point mark constantly, but we're getting up and up and up. What happens? Okay, heading into his age 27 season, why can't he become a 75-point guy? And the Senators are getting better. So I like this call a lot. So Batherson, we are definitely in on that price. Next, a little bit below him, and that is Tomas Hertl, who was just fucking awesome last year for Vegas. Just fucking awesome. So let's go to his numbers. 32 goals, 73 games, 61 points, and he was a monster on the power play, like a complete fucking monster on the power play. So I would imagine this goal, he's going to be 30 goals again, around that mark. But here's the real kicker to why I think his production can keep going. This dude had 23 points, 14 goals on the power play. That's actually his career high. I just think that's going to continue, and I think there's more upside here simply because, look, man, they just added Mitch Marner. So, like, their power play was already really good last year. Hertl's role isn't going anywhere. What happens if Marner actually makes his life easier? So, at 113th, I love that price for Hertl. I can't believe that, like... Let's just pull up the fantasy hockey rankings because it's just so ridiculous. So, like, what are you going to do? Are you seriously going to take Marco Gasper, Brian Rust? Like, come on. So, love that price on Hertl. I do like Peterka, but I'm not positive how they're going to use him. Like, somebody's going to get bumped from that power play. Is it going to be Cooley? It's not going to be Keller. So, yeah. I like Peterka at that price, though, but honorable mention, I guess. Next name on the list, and we'll go a little bit down, and that is Dylan Strome, the name right below him. So, Dylan Strome was fucking really good last year, and maybe the Capitals won't be the 1 seed, but did anybody realize he was a point-per-game guy last year? And I'm not sure that's going to slow down. Like, he really hit his stride last year. We're finally getting his peak performance, and we're still ranking him as if he hasn't popped. I think realistically, Strome could be a top 75 play. I think you're getting your bang for your buck here. I don't think there's any reason why his production is going to slow down, simply because, like, Ovechkin's still there, and if he's the center feeding him, yeah. So we love, by the way, look at this, 77.7 ozone percentage. That's insane. So yeah, we're in on Strome, especially at that price for sure. Next name on the list, and I've kind of went over this a couple times, Matthew Knies. Yeah, Matthew Knies. Again, I've said this before, but somebody is going to be the beneficiary of Marner leaving. It sure looks like Knies is going to be skating with Matthews, or he's going to be skating with Nylander. Either way, I think this is a really good player, and they just gave him the contract. So we're going up and up and up. What's he going to do during his age 23 season? I think we're going to get some big boy production, and his hit totals have been really good, man. He's laying out a bunch of hits. I think his ice time is going to keep going up. Maybe it's around 18 minutes again. Either way, that's still really nice. 19% shooting percentage is really good. 58 points last year. I think he can get up to 70, 80 points. And if that happens, you're highway robbery. So big time fan of Knies this year. Again, somebody's going to be the beneficiary of Marner leaving. I would guess it's Knies. Next name on the list, and we'll do this one really quickly. That's Velarde. Again, this is another situation where Ehlers leaves. Who's going to get that playing time? Well, probably Velarde. 61 points last year. That was his career high by a mile. Now he's heading into his age 26 season. His ice time's going up and up and up and up and up. Hard to complain with that price. I'm definitely in on this. So, again, Ehlers is gone. Who's going to replace Ehlers' minutes? I would imagine that it's Velarde. Buy me some Velarde. Good with that. I would think the Jets will probably take a mini step back, but they probably won't be terrible. So, like that call. Next, Svechnikov, stealing, highway robbery. Holy shit. I have him on my team, by the way, this year. So last year was like really a down year. 48 points, nothing crazy, but like this guy's still here. This guy can do it, man. And he was an all-star this year, but he tore up his knee. Maybe it takes him some extra time to get back. But like this guy who threw 189 hits and threw up 69 points in 7-8 games, he's in there somewhere. I know he's in there somewhere. And this Carolina team, hey, they bring in Ehlers, they bring in Keandre Miller. Should be a team that's getting better. His spot on the power play isn't going away. And now he's heading into his age 25 season. We should be just getting into his prime. Really nice Corsi rating. I'll gladly take him for that price. No brainer there. Next name, Robert Thomas, who it's just a joke, dude. Like this dude's awesome. Do you understand he had 81 points in 70 games? He's fucking amazing. And he's not done getting better. 86 points the year before that. Why can't he be a 90-point, 100-point guy this year? Like heading into his age 26 season. I think the Blues aren't like world beaters, but hey, they got Kyrou and they got some young guys like Holloway and Snuggerud getting in there. So I don't worry about Thomas's production like dipping out of nowhere. And he's clearly the best guy in the Blues. And you're not drafting him as if he's the best guy in the Blues. Dylan Holloway's ranked higher. Kyrou's ranked higher. There's a bunch of guys in the Blues ranked higher when that should not be the case. So go get yourself some Robert Thomas. You will not regret it. Next name on the list. And we may as well do both of these back-to-back. So we're going to do Leo Carlsson and Mason McTavish. McTavish is ranked 138th and Carlson's ranked 225th. So let's just go over both of them quickly now. Carlson's still a young player, 45 points last year, 29 points as a rookie. I think we can get up to 70, 80. I don't think that's crazy. Heading into his age 21 season, they just hired Quenneville. He's the number 2 pick in the draft behind Bedard. Maybe we're still a year early, but the talent, just watching him move around, I don't think there's any question in that. It's only a matter of time before he goes boom, and at that price, you may as well take the flyer. Now, McTavish is ranked a lot higher, and you're going to have to actually pay a premium, but dude, he's really good. Again, former 3rd overall pick in the draft. His point totals were climbing. So we were at 52 last year. Again, they hire Quenneville, who's a real fucking head coach. He's going to be their second line center. He's a net front. Nasty dude. I actually think the Ducks are going to be a lot better this year. Like to call him McTavish. In on that. Definitely in on that. Next is Tkachuk, and he's being ranked 170th. Silly. Now, I get it. He's going to be out until December. But, like, who cares, man? At the price that you're forced to take Tkachuk, he's ranked 170th. Dude, are you going to seriously take Palmieri? Are you seriously going to take Barrett Hayton, Matthew Olivier? Like, that's a joke. That's a joke. So what you should do in your fantasy hockey draft, take him 30 spots higher than you should just to make sure that you get him, because you're just not finding someone else who's doing this. Like 104 points, 109 points, 88 points. You're not finding this at any other point in that spot in the draft. So just take him early, lick your wounds, stash him on IR, and then when he's back in December, you're cooking, man. So yeah, again, one of my biggest advices, if you're like, hey, what do I do in these later rounds? Get Tkachuk, man. Get Tkachuk at that price. I mean, good God, that's stealing. 3 more, and then we get to the guys who just aren't being ranked. Next name on the list, we're going with Byfield. So another guy who's getting better and better and better. He's been stuck around this 55, 54 point total. Now he's heading into his age 23 season. I think he could still get better. I don't think he's done getting better. So there's going to be like a passing of the torch moment here. Former second pick in the draft. Kopitar's retiring. He's not going away this year, obviously, but long term, this is their number one center. So I would imagine they're going to treat him as if he's their number one center. I would guess the opportunities go up. His ice time probably will be around the same, but his ice time's been going up. If he's around the 19, 20-minute mark, I wouldn't be surprised. And like, dude, he's dirt cheap. I mean, dirt cheap. Look where you can get this guy. 229th. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. So, yeah. We're in on that. No question about it. We're in on that. Next, we'll do the 2 Carolina Hurricane guys, and one of them's an honorable mention. One of them's the real mention, I guess. Yeah, so Stankoven and Jackson Blake, just 2 young guys on the Hurricanes. One of them's going to pop, I would imagine. Stankoven, it sounds like they're going to try Stankoven as their second line center. So that's interesting. Last year, he had 38 points heading into his age 22 season. I think we get around 40, 50, 60 points. I don't think there's any reason for that. His ice time should keep going up. Anytime he gets opportunities, he scores. So, yes, he's undersized, but that's the only reason why he's being ranked this low. And then Jackson Blake, like, dude, he was just good last year, man. 34 points, basically, as a rookie. In only 13 minutes, really. If we get him up to 15, 16 minutes, he might be a 60, 70-point guy. So, look at that Corsi rating. Out of control. Out of control. So, again, really nice rookie season. If we can just get him into a bigger role, man, he might be a steal and a half. So, love that call for both of those Carolina guys. Connor McMichael, he's being ranked 243rd. Look at this shit. Oh, my goodness. Giroux, I was tempted to put on the list, but he's really getting older now. So, but McMichael, hey, man, McMichael really turned the tide last year. 57 points. The year before that, he was at 33. We could get 50, 60, 70 points here. Heading into his age 25 season. His ice total's never been higher. Should be on the second line. Second power play unit. Like here, this is the real difference. If we could just get these up a little bit, last year 10 points on the power play, can we get that up to 15 or 20? So this is a perfect example. 2 years ago, minus 20. Last year, plus 19. He really got better last year. I don't know if he's done getting better, and if he's not done getting better, that's highway robbery stealing. And then 5 unranked names. They're totally unranked, by the way. 5 unranked names that you need to keep in mind. Mark Stone. We've had that conversation before. I mean, seriously, dude. How are you not going to rank Mark Stone? You're just not going to fucking rank him. That's stupid. Here's the perfect example. Dude, we know that he's getting hurt, but just stash him on the IR. And when he's out there, he's putting up a point per game. And he's going to be in the number 1 power play unit. And he's just Mark Stone. So you should take him for free. Yes, you should take him for free. Lafreniere, another good example. So Chris Kreider's gone. Somebody has to take that spot on the power play. Lafreniere is a former number 1 overall pick. New head coach Mike Sullivan. What if Mike Sullivan gets the most out of him? And it sure seems like Lafreniere's role is going to be there. So yes, please, for free. He's free. Jimmy Snuggerud, former Blues first round pick. Short sample size last year. Tiny sample size, but 7 points in 11 games last year as a rookie. What can he do in a full season? And he's already on the Blues power play top unit. So love the call for Snuggerud. Demidov, boy, was he nasty last year. Small sample size, but he was insane last year. So I love that call for Demidov. And Isaac Howard, anybody that skates with McJesus on 5-on-5, we're going to give him a try. So, and he's free. So that's your list. Let me know what you think. I think all those guys that I just mentioned, bang for your buck, league winners, draft them. Don't think twice about it. Thank me later. So that's your list. Any questions, comments, concerns, you know where to find me. Other than that, peace out, Girl Scout, and Hope everyone has a great fantasy hockey season.